All right, all right, all right. And we're about to get started. Okay, so it's 8:30 tonight. We don't have a script to go ahead and dive in our room. I can't see if people are on here, but anyway, I didn't know if tonight I wanted to uh, spice things up or continue to get to the root of sexuality. So I just kind of want to talk a little bit about um, my reason that my connection is doing something. Okay, we're gonna get this thing going tonight, um, even if I have to just record it. But I think we're good. We're good. We're connected. Um, so I don't see anybody on here. All right, so we're gonna just continue to get to the root and the purpose of us. Well, make me Dasadoll doing the sexuality night talk tonight. So I am excited to bring to the forefront my reason for um, doing the whole sexuality piece and bringing it to our night show at Dasadoll. So basically, in 2007, I started writing my first novel called In the Eyes of the Beholder. Now, I am not going to release the name of, because I changed the name, I'm not going to release the name of the novel until it is about to be, until it's purchasable, okay, which is going to be very soon. So I started writing that novel in 2007, even before I ever thought about becoming a therapist, guys. So me in therapy, I never thought I'd be a therapist. Anyway, so let's just get into what tonight is about. So the piece, one of the pieces in the novel, actually, one of the characters was actually going through some sexuality things. She was actually, I think, a young adult, like around that um, 19, 20, 21, right up in that area. And she was experiencing some sexual ality things, whether it was like a combination of a fight between spirit and flesh, or spirituality and flesh, or religion and flesh. That character was really experiencing some sexuality things. And so from there, we're actually just exploring how sexuality has grown from 2007 up until the 21st century. But anyway, tonight we're actually going to focus on, if you guys have seen my IG, and I'll bring my computer here because I'm just, I think I am a visual person at times. Tonight is all about manipulative, so we're going to be looking at things. So if you guys have not seen my IG, my light is showing. Who's bringing the sauce? Who's bringing the sauce, right? If you see this and you see, these are two of my favorite actors, actually. Who's bringing the sauce to relationships nowadays? Or is this a relationship? What is it? No one knows, right? And then on top of that, what is sauce? Like saucy. Oh no, the song is icy. I'm sorry. So I said. I thought it was saucy, but sauce come from somewhere. I forgot. I think sauce came out in 2020, right after or right before the pandemic. That word sauce, like it's sauce. Like I need the sauce, or drip. No, I think it was drip. But anyway, who's bringing the sauce to the table in the relationship, okay, or a situationship, whatever you guys have going on when it comes down to your relationship. I don't know what kind of relationship you may have or who you may be with, but anyway, when we see this, who's bringing the sauce, it can mean like 1,000 different things. Sauce can mean money, who's the breadwinner, who's the man, or who's the boss in the relationship, who's spicing up the relationship. And when I look at this picture, this who's bringing the sauce, that was my thing. That was my question. The picture, I just kind of like imagine like what's going on in their heads. Like, we really don't know what's going on in people's heads when it comes down to sexuality, right? So anywho, we're going to kind of look at some things tonight, and we're not going to be on long tonight. So let's look at this one, 50 Shades of Grey. Like, literally, 50 Shades of Grey was my thing. I think I probably was a teenager, 18, 19 when this came out. I can't quite remember, but I just know it was my thing. And I know I was in college when this thing came out. When 50 Shades of Grey came out, I was like, oh my God, so obsessed with this movie. So I'm like, why am I obsessed with this motion picture, this motion movie? And when I actually sat down and thought about it, I kind of noticed myself getting more and more interested in sexual behavior, or the causes for people acting or behaving the way in which they do. Even to the point where I actually started studying sexual behavior as a librarian. Not an actual librarian, but I was working in the library, so I was actually like reading numerous of books and things like that. So fast forward, that's kind of like 2002, 2003. Still really don't understand, my whole obsession with this whole 50 Shades of Grey. So then once I started reading in the library, I run across Kegel. So I'm like, Kegel. And like I said, guys, I don't know if I mentioned it before or whatever, but in my undergrad years, people would always come to me, guys and females, and talk to me about what's going on with their relationships, just what's going on with their self-esteem. Like, I actually had this one guy, I hate to just tell what school he went to, but it don't even matter. I went to a historically black college in the AU Center, and nice looking guy. And I didn't know if I liked him or not. I couldn't decide or decipher if I was going to like him, because he himself was confused, but I didn't know. Like, I'm like, if we like each other, why is it so hard to, get into the groove of like hanging out, watching movies, that whole little like cute dating thing when you're in college. So long story short, we chilling in the bed one night, and he come lay down and we chilling, and he just out the blue tell me like, I just have a problem. I've had sex with over 100 girls, and this was like since I was like 16, and I just don't like how it made me feel. I'm afraid to go to the doctor. And in my head, I was like, OMG. OM freaking G. Like, I am so thankful. Whatever it is that people see when they would see me in undergrad, for them to just tell me things, I was so happy like he told me that, because hey, at least he was honest. Some people don't talk about their sexual numbers. Like, if you ask a guy, how many people have you been with, they're looking at you like, why does that matter? Like, why does it not matter? That I have the right to ask that question. So anyway, tonight I just wanted to kind of bring to the floor a sexuality disorder that's actually mentioned in the DSM-5. We already been talking about sexuality. We discussed gender orientation on our last night talk, and gender. We didn't really get into the whole gender dysphoria, but we talked about gender orientation, and I can't remember the last one, but you guys got to go and check us out on our YouTube at the Dasadoll on our YouTube if you want to see part 1. Okay, so I had to re-record over part 1 because my thighs were showing, and you know, it would have been cute, but not so cute. We just got to keep things a little bit, you know, on point here so you guys can focus. So anyway, we're going to look at, well, before we look at that, I did have some manipulatives that I said I was going to bring for this session. And actually tonight, let me see what time it is, because we're not going to go long. Tonight we're going to get back into this session shortly. So let me see. Let me light the candle. Oh, it looked like I was about to burn myself, right? So I'm literally like this, and then I was gonna do like that, but I can't smell it yet. So actually, dream plus inspire, candles. When we light candles, sorry, let me sip some water. I had to bring her out, guys. Like, do you see her? This is like one of my favorite cups or whatever. But yeah, so when we light a candle, what is it that we're feeling? I have my little table here so you guys can kind of see. I set the room. We have our purple light behind us, and you know, got a little groove going here. You know, even if I wanted to, I can do this. Let me see. We can dim the lights a little bit, you know, keep things from being so bright. So I'm back. Okay, so we dim the lights, and you know, we have our little manipulatives, we have our candle, and actually tonight I actually brought this. It's a candle. Oh my god. But I want you guys to actually look at the imprints on this candle, and this is for a reason. Okay, I actually burnt the mess out of this candle. And this small candle, look guys, I don't know if you can see the price. $58. Okay. Anyway, I got this candle because the store that I went to is called a Lassie Cup Candle. Actually educated me. And I think it's copper. I mean, it's a very quality candle or whatnot. But they educated me that in India, when the boys got a certain age, they would give them a candle like this, a candle, and the imprints on the candle is a resemblance of their sexuality. So by then they will have already discussed and talked about their sexuality, what that means. And I'm not 100% sure. I was going to go back and do research on it, which I still am going to do research on it. If this means that they actually lost their virginity, or if this was given to them prior to they lost to the loss of their virginity, or however that goes. I'm gonna actually, it smells so good. So for me, in my sexuality and my sexual preference, I just have to have things. I have to have candles. And I have to have things that just make me feel erotic. Okay, so I know some of you guys have read eroticas or erotica books. The book that I'm talking about that I wrote in 2007 that will be released to you guys, and it'll be all on my Instagram and wherever I can put it to share it with others. But I forgot what I was talking about. But anyway, I have to have, if you read eroticas, my particular book is not a erotica, but it does allude to some things that build up to an erotica or a novel that talks about sex and sexual behavior, sexuality, explicit. They're very, eroticas are usually explicit books or whatever. But anyway, so we had our little candle. I lit my candle for myself. So, going into one of the sexuality types tonight. I'm not going to get too far off with what I'm going to show tonight because, like I said, tonight is going to be short. And I just wanted to make sure I started bringing some stuff in tonight. So if you guys saw somebody, with, and I got so much stuff, I don't even know what to show tonight. Let me see. So if somebody that you were dating, let's say that you were dating, brought, oh man, everybody knows this one. So I don't know who we have on tonight, but so who we have on tonight? So if somebody brought these out, what are you thinking? Are you thinking they just want to do a little role play? Are you thinking they just want to be cute? I don't know. You know, I really don't even know if I have not heard, and I think it'll be a great interview. I rarely hear men actually bringing handcuffs out in the bedroom or just in general, like for role play, whatever, you know, people do for erotic fun or whatever. So if somebody brought these out, if you are a male, how do you feel about being handcuffed? This is red, so I mean, you're not going to jail, obviously. You're not going to jail with red handcuffs. Or if you are female, how do you feel about being handcuffed? And that doesn't mean, I mean, I don't know, like it can be so many things that come to mind when you're using manipulatives, right? So, I don't know what y'all think about that. But one of the sexual behaviors that is actually mentioned in the DSM-5, which is the diagnostic manual or whatever. Y'all missed the little handcuffs. I said if you are a woman, how do you feel about being handcuffed? And if you are a male, how do you feel about that? But one of the sexual behaviors or sexualities or that is actually mentioned in the DSM-5 or the diagnostic statistical manual is masochism. Masochism. So bringing back this little picture here, from one of my favorite movies, which is the 50 Shades of Grey. Do we think he was masochistic or not? Like, no one knows. Like, I mean, based off what he was doing to her, and then you guys forgot the other picture too. Who's bringing the sauce? So whatever sauce is, spice in the relationship. When we go back here, who would you say brought the sauce to the relationship? The little writer, the little schoolgirl, or the little, the little professional Caucasian guy that was experiencing some sexual fantasies. Okay, so is it something wrong with that? Is it something wrong with someone having like their own little sexual fantasies and things like that? Not really, but once it becomes a problem, like it's affecting your lifestyle and others around you in your relationship, then yes, it's actually a disorder. Now, where do those things come from? So that's called his behavior in the 50 Shades of Grey. Is basically it places him under the diagnostic of a paraphilia. So what is a paraphilia? People that have fetishes, they're addicted to objects. They get arousal off like objects and danger or torture, or it's so many different things that people can have a paraphilic affection towards. Like some people are literally infatuated with people that have disabilities. They can be infatuated with, I know you guys saw this one before, mannequins, where people like, they're just in love with mannequins. They want to lay with mannequins and things like that. I mean, it's so many like infatuations that people, if you just look it up, paraphilias, there is so many types. I mean, you would be surprised at what people are infatuated with in their fantasy worlds. And like I said, that's just how, some people explore their sexuality. It doesn't mean that something is necessarily wrong with them until it starts to affect their lifestyle and the relationships around them. Okay? So, that's one. And then, let me see. So what caused these things? So like I was saying, I wrote my novel. I started writing it in 2007, and the main character, she's basically going through this whole fight between flesh and spirit or something. But it was obvious because when she would have sexual intercourse, literally, vaginal intercourse, or, kissing, or whatever you want to call it. We're going to say, real sexual intercourse. This person would vehemently starts to cry. So, I mean, you would be surprised at the type of things people experience with their sexual lifestyle. So, like I said, what causes these things? Let's go back. Sexuality experiences, okay? What do people experience in their lives? What do people experience in their lives? Like, we would be surprised the kind of things that people experience. Most of these sexuality expressions. Oh, I forgot to show y'all this candle. This candle in India, these candles are given. Look at how detailed this candle is. These candles are given to young adult male in India as an expression of their sexuality. I found this candle at a store, and when the lady gave me the history on it, it was $60 for this little small thing. I was like, at first I wasn't gonna get it, but when she told me the history behind it, and because I'm so passionate about sexuality, especially with different cultures too, what it looks like with different cultures, we really don't think about that, like sexualities with different cultures, and we're actually going to bring that out because it's some fun, exciting things that we can show when we talk about sexuality with different cultures, how that looks when we're looking at the Western society, okay? So I think by me talking from session part 1 to 2, we're kind of normalizing sexuality a little bit more. It doesn't seem all scary and taboo, right? Because we're realizing that people get to express themselves sexually based off their experiences, based off when they're born, what's going on with their chemicals, their chemicals in their brain. And I mean, everybody is not literally born just a male or a female. That's reality. So anyway, I'm happy about normalizing this whole sexuality thing a little bit more tonight. But I wanted to bring out something else. Okay, this is gonna be a little bit weird, but that's what uncut therapists do, right? Somebody probably already seen this before. Hold on. Hold on, guys. Watch this. Hello. Oh, man. Oh, hold on. Who am I tonight? I don't know. Hold on. Let me bring back game time. Y'all see my cup right here? So sometimes, you may just want to get into a different type of personality, you know what I'm saying? Like, make yourself feel a different kind of way. Ain't nothing wrong with that at all. But this is my favorite, one of my little favorite cups. Let me see. I was told I need to sip some water sometimes when I talk because I can do a little too much talking. But this was my little Kim wig a little while back when I went to a Halloween party. One of my friends probably remember this, but I don't know. Like, sometimes I just want to get into that mood, and I don't know who I want to feel like I am today. So, guys, we're going to end with part 2 tonight, and be on the lookout for our sexuality crossword puzzle. It's going to actually be very fun, and there's going to be a giveaway for our sexuality self-help book for the winner. Well, you know what, I don't know how we're going to find out who the winner is, but we'll figure that out. If you complete the puzzle, the first 10 people, heck no, we're going to say the first 5 people that finish that crossword puzzle and send it to us at dasadoll.com, you're going to get a surprise. So be back on the lookout for us on our next Sexuality Night Talk. It's going to be part 3. And like I said, we are going to actually bring in some professionals that's going to actually be looking at the pathological side to our sexuality. Well, not to our Sexuality Night Talk, but they're going to be looking at the pathological aspects of sexuality and how food, diet, how your brain, like your DNA, is changed over time as you start to feel like you want to express yourself differently, how that changed your whole DNA. So look out for us on our next Sexuality Night Talk next Wednesday at 8:30. See you guys sharp and be ready. Express yourself, girls and gents, or gents and ladies, all this week, and enjoy your sexuality. Good night. Oh, let me see if somebody asked a question. Hold on. Let me go back. Hold on. Sorry, guys. So, let me see if, oh, look at me. Jesus, that was a whole different look right there. That is crazy. So I see why people like to throw on their little wigs and their lashes and stuff. You know what? The lashes, before I get off tonight, the lashes. Anybody, I don't know. I don't know where the whole trend with the eyelashes. Don't get me wrong. I had some on one night, I wear glasses, so I just don't really wear them like that. But I don't know. Like, I would love to hear from someone that wear lashes, how lashes make them feel. How does it, like, when you put on those lashes, like, what is it doing for you girls? Like, I need somebody to tell me. So I'm actually going to create that, make a questionnaire somewhere, or post something up on my IG, or if you guys do it, please share it with me at Dasadoll. I would love to know, like, what those lashes be doing, like, how they be making you feel. Because when I put them on, I really, I guess because she made mine look like my eyelashes, I really didn't feel like no kind of way. I didn't feel all glamorous or sexy, like, I don't know. I just want to know, like, what it does for you, girl. So, and the thing is, I didn't forget about my gents, guys. I didn't forget about my gents. We're going to make sure on our next night talk that we have something ready for our gents. So, you know, we can't forget about our men. And that's the thing. Like, guys have a way of expressing themselves, their sexuality too. We just don't really talk about it a lot. And so that means we're not aware of how to finesse a man when you know, we don't know how to compliment him or make him feel good. Even like the girl in 50 Shades of Grey, she was like, what the heck? I mean, she was getting, you know, she was, you know, enjoying it a little bit, but then he started getting a little more aggressive. So she was like, I don't know what to do for this man. Like, so before you start dating somebody and stuff like that, know what his sexuality is, know what he likes, or know what she likes, know what her sexuality is, because some women can be into some interesting things. And we did bring out our handcuffs, but we didn't get into the whole dominatrix thing, because that's a whole nother night talk. But we're gonna actually get into it. So you guys see, I had my little purple light tonight and my little candle I lit. But because we're getting ready to get off tonight, I will see you next week. Good night. Oh, let me make sure nobody said nothing. Okay, we good.